Hello, welcome to this live training. My name is Shogundele, and in this video I'm going to show you the emergency cash system that brought in millions in a matter of days for me and my students. This is a never seen before system that generates sales on complete autopilot, and trust me when I say that. Now, the very first time I used this system was 2012 when I was trying to raise my school fees, which was 750,000 naira in a private university. But at the end of the day, I used this system to bank 1.2 million in just 27 days. So I was able to pay for my school fees and also use the money for other things. And since then, I've kept this secret system. But today, I'll be revealing the exact system to you right now, right here. For some of you that don't know me, I am Shogundele, and I'm the CEO of Fast Plus Limited, a multi-millionaire internet marketer, a speaker, IT and marketing consultant, expert digital product creator, and the owner of a 7-figure online e-commerce store. I made my first million in 2010 at the age of 17, when most kids don't even know what the future holds for them. And ever since then, I've sold over 120 million naira products from 2010 till date. Recently, I ventured into the international space and I've sold over $175,000 in 5 days of launching my first product. Now, I've won several awards like Amazing Student Millionaire in 2010, Most Innovative Students, Most Enterprising Award in 2015. Now, I've also had my own share of failure as well. I burnt down 20 million naira on my sports betting company, and I later have to shut it down. So this doesn't mean I'm a perfect person. I'm a human being as well. I've made money and I've lost money too in the past. I've made front cover of business newspapers and featured in other national dailies. As you can see, this is me on newspaper being featured. And here is exactly what my garage looks like. You can see me, the lanky guy in the middle. Now, the kind of business I do nowadays give me the opportunity to travel around the world. I go on a yearly vacation to different countries every single year, all thanks to my internet business. Now, I didn't show you those results to brag, but I just want you to see the possibilities of what I'm about to show you. Because if you don't believe you can make money online, then it will be very, very hard for you to put in effort in order to achieve that result. So that's why I'm showing you all these results today, so you can see the possibilities. You can see what I've achieved so far using this internet and how it can benefit you as well. Now, on the 21st of September 2012, something happened. And what was that? I just gained admission to the university after spending 3 good years at home, failing jams times without number, and at times I will pass jam and fail post jam, and I'm sure you can relate with such thing. I finished secondary school in 2008, and since then I couldn't gain admission until 2012 when I finally get admission into a private university. That's Afe Babalola University at Ado-Ekiti. So then I gained the admission, then I received the shock of my life. I needed to pay the school fees. which was 750,000 naira then. I didn't have much at that time, so I needed to raise cash as fast as humanly possible. Then I decided to start researching on the easiest and the fastest way to raise this cash. I tried so much until I came across something on my Facebook. A Nigerian guy as well, banking 800k to 1 million naira monthly, using this same system I'm about to reveal to you as far back as 2012. I was amazed and I couldn't sleep that night. I decided to lay my hands on that information, and the results. So I was really desperate to raise this 750,000 for my school fees, and it felt like I tried everything and nothing worked until I discovered that emergency cash system from a marketer right here in Nigeria back then. And this person was banking 800k to 1 million as far back as 2012. So I decided to give it a try. Naturally, I was skeptical about this when I discovered it online, but I'm ever glad I tried it out, because after giving this a shot, I made 450,000 the first week I tried it. And since then, I brought in 1.2 million in 27 days. And I kept it off since then. Why? Because I wanted to keep it to myself and use it to make more money. And this was the income I generated then. 1.2 million in 27 days. It later added up to 2 million with my Zenith bank account I was using then in 2012, 2013. And ever since that time, anytime I try to use this system, here's exactly what happened to my bank accounts anytime I decide to try this emergency cash system. And I didn't even have to do much. Now, this is earlier November this year, as you can see. And in just 8 days, I was able to generate 2,192,000 naira using this same system. These are payments being made from my payments gateway, which I'm still going to explain later on. As if that was not enough, this is also another 1.8 million 89,300 in just 5 days. Using this same system, as you can see, is between October 27 to October 31st this year. So this is not an outdated system that is not working again. It has been working for years, and it will keep working. I told you the very first time I used this system was 2012, and ever since that time I used to use it once in a while, because this system is so powerful that there's no way you can go broke once you master this system very well. And that's why I need you to pay attention to everything I'll be showing you in this video. So after keeping this secret to myself for years, then on one fateful day, a young guy approached me on Facebook. He messaged me on Facebook that day, and he told me about his escapade and his financial crisis. He just gained admission to a university and needed to raise money as fast as humanly possible. He told me his current place of work is being paid 15,000 naira per month. Then I remembered my case 6 years ago, when I just gained admission to the university and I wanted to pay my school fees. Now, the same thing is happening to this guy. I gave him the shock of his life, telling him nobody will borrow him money, because we all know the current situation in this country. the best thing to do is to get something that can bring in money for him. And then I reveal this exact system to him called emergency cash system, which I used to bank 1.2 million when I wanted to pay my school fees, and since then I've used it to bank millions of naira in a matter of days. I showed him the system and was able to come up with his own products and implement the strategy. And the result of this, he was able to generate 1 million in 30 days, banking 30,000 naira daily. As you can see, hello boss, this is on fire. I've started a membership subscription and guys are just flooding in, now making an average of 30k daily. That is my 2-month salary before every day. So this is to show to you that this system is real. If a 19-year-old guy can do it, then you too can. So now, I'm sure you can't wait to lay your hands on this exact system. So now, let me lead you through this process so that you can always have a system you can wake up and use it to raise emergency cash at will. Okay, so I'm about to show you what I did to generate that money in a matter of days and the exact blueprint I gave this young 19-year-old guy to generate the same results. Now, disclaimer, this is not a promise that you will make such money in a day. For the fact that I make millions in a matter of 5, 6, 7 days doesn't mean you're going to do that as well. My results are not typical. I don't know the amount of work you are ready to put into this business, so I cannot guarantee your results, except you put in much effort. And if you put in the required time and effort and resources, you can make more or the same amount of money, just like this 19-year-old secondary school leaver. And as you can see, you don't need your educational background in this business. So now, with that said, let's get started. How did the young guy make 1 million in 30 days? And how was I able to make my first 1.2 million in 27 days too, when I was trying to pay my school fees? Now, we follow just a simple process called the emergency cash system, which involves creating a hot product that solves problem, setting up the emergency cash system, then rinse and repeat the process. So it's a very simple step that once you master, you will never go broke again, and you can use it to raise emergency cash in a matter of days. So now, how do you create hot products? Now, when I talk about hot products, I'm not talking about physical products. I'm talking about digital products that you can sell cheaply between the rates of 3,000 to 5,000. Why? Because this is money that people can easily afford. You don't have to think twice before buying a product of that range. Anything above that, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, people might have to sit down and think very well before buying that product. So any product from 1,500, 2,500, 3,000 to 5,000, it's a good pricing for this strategy. Then, how do you create these hot products? There are some criteria you must follow before deciding if the product you want to create is hot or not, and if it's going to make you a lot of money. Products are not created equal. Some products will make you millions, and these are the type of products we want to focus on. The first thing you have to consider is that people that need these products, they must be large in population and increasing, which means they must be so big, because if the population is small, it means you'll make small money. But if it's big, it means years to come, you can't make all the money. because they keep increasing. So this is very, very important. Number two, they must be hungry for the solution that you have. If they are not hungry, then your product will never sell. So they must be very, very hungry for that information you're trying to give out. An example of this kind of information: football lovers. Football lovers are diehard fans. Without making a cobble, they can beat each other, just arguing on the best teams, the best players, and the likes. They are large in population and they are always hungry. That's why you see them buying complete sports newspapers, watch TV channels, subscribe for DSTV, subscribe for websites and all that. Why? Because they are hungry about that product or that problem or that passion. Then another thing you have to consider is that they must have purchased similar or related products. Football lover is still a good example here, because that's why you see different products on football. You see the newspaper, you see the magazine, you see the TV subscription for channels to watch football matches, you see the leaflets and all. You see websites that charge subscription as well, live streaming. Why? Because people are so passionate about this thing, and that's why others are selling products to them. So now, any products you want to create must fit into this criteria. And once you find that product, it means it's a hot product and it's going to make you a lot of money. So now we'll move to the next thing. Once you find the hot product, what's the next thing? You set up what we call automated sales machine. Now, this is a system that brings in money for you consistently. And like I said, no Nigeria is teaching this system right now. And what does it require? It requires you to set up a domain name and a hosting name, and a hosting rather, and your website. Now, what do I mean by a domain name or a hosting? Domain name is the name of your website. The www.something.com, that's what we call a domain name. Why the hosting space is where you build your website on. And a typical example that I always use to illustrate this process is house. When you're building a house, when you want to build a house, the first thing you need to do is to find a location where you want to build that house, either Lekki or Aja or Ikeja or Ikoyi or VI. You find the location. Once you find the location, the next thing is to buy the land. The location, the address you are getting first is your domain name on the internet space. Now, the land you are buying in order to build your house upon is the hosting space on the internet. Then you now design your website and upload it on this hosting space, which is the same thing as now building your house on the land. So these three things makes up a website. And that's why when you type your domain name in the address bar, it brings out your website. So you have to set up a domain name and hosting. And domain name and hosting, you can register them. There are lots of registrars. We have the foreign ones, we have the Nigerian ones. We have Wogohost, we have Namecheap, we have GoDaddy, we have a lot of them. All you have to do is just to pick one and use. They have the same procedure. The next thing is to set up what we call a sales funnel. Now, this is where a lot of people get it wrong. I've seen a lot of people trying to make money selling information products, trying to make money selling something online, but they don't have a sales funnel. Your sales funnel is what walks your customer through the process of trusting you, building a relationship with them, and at the end of the day, making sale from that customer. So once you set up a sales funnel, the next thing is to set up your Facebook leads. Gone are the days where you have to build a lead page or a squeeze page. Nowadays, I use what we call Facebook leads, and this converts 10 times better than using a squeeze page. And not just that, you'll be able to collect correct name and email address of your prospects. Now, people are used to signing up on landing page or squeeze page just to download a freebie. So most of the time they enter the wrong name and email just to bypass that page and download whatever you have. And at the end of the day, you have 50% useless information that you cannot market to. But with Facebook leads, they don't even have to enter their name and email address. Facebook adds their name and email address to your sign-up form automatically, and which is the exact name and email address they use to create their Facebook account, which makes this powerful, which means 100% of your leads or your customer details are correct. So once we set up this system, this is the kind of result I keep getting. It keeps dumping 500K to $1 million daily into my account. As you can see, this is another 986,950 in just 5 days. Just following this simple step-by-step system. This has been working since 2012. I got to know about the system and it's still working till date. As you can see, these are recent earnings in November. This is also another one, 931,000. Can you see? So now, this system works so well that it doesn't just work for me alone, it works for my students. Now, come to think of it, if a 19-year-old secondary school leaver could generate 31 million in 30 days, imagine what this new system will do to your finances. Think about that again. Like a 19-year-old secondary school leaver with no experience could generate a 31 million in 30 days. Imagine what this new system will do to your finances. Now, this is the secondary school student, as you can see. He was able to afford this brand new laptop some months ago. Before, he couldn't. As you can see, Evening Boss just launched this Samsung Smart Notebook PC. It costs 216,000. I have been using a Balasa laptop when I started. So happy for the success so far. Using this same emergency cash system, he was able to generate that money and also build his business. And now, this is a case study too. A full-time housewife banks 6-figure monthly from this same strategy. This was the same person that paid 100,000 for one-on-one training on this same system in my office here in Lagos. And a few months after, this is a testimony. I had to cover his name for privacy. I wanted a business that would give me my freedom and still move forward without me physically there, and I got that. He said, meeting you was a blessing to my life. I said, I'm happy to hear this. He said, a very big one, God bless you. When my mom said to me, is this what you paid 100K for? I look at her and smile. After a few months, I called her and told her, since I met that man I paid 100K to, my life hasn't remained the same. This could be the same testimony you'll be sharing with me in 30 days time, in 60 days time, in 90 days time. So because of how powerful this system is, I've gotten tons of testimonies from the few people I've shared this result with. Now think of it again. What kind of result do you think you'll be able to generate with this emergency cash system? I'm sure you're thinking right now, lots of money. And today, I want to do the same things for you. I plan to raise 50 millionaires before the end of 2018, setting up the same emergency cash system for them. which means I'll do the heavy lifting. I'll set up the whole process I just explained to you now of making this money, while you sit down and watch your bank account swells with thousands of naira, millions of naira. So like I said, I want to do the same thing for you today. And this is only available for the first 50 people only. It's only available for the first 50 people only. So rush now to bizcoachng.com/ECS to grab a slot of this done for you system. Now, there are two options on that page. You can either allow me to do it for you using my 9 years experience to set up this for you, or you decide to go with the do-it-yourself package whereby you have to do everything on your own. The choice is yours. So go to this link right now to get started. Thank you.